Today we're going to briefly talk about one of the biggest things you can do, the most impactful things that you actually can do to take your brand or your idea or your business to the next level, and it's not going to cost you anything. Hi, Richard here from the Life of a Gentleman podcast, and this is what we do. Each week on the show we talk about fashion, business, and lifestyle. But today we're going to focus in on your brand and you building a brand. Now you're probably wondering, what is the secret? What can I do to take my brand to the next level and really start making some profits and generating some income on the side, or whether I'm doing it full time and I need to just get more coming in to support me and my family? Well, the most important thing you can do is to take care of your mindset. What I mean by that is take in positive information. In the world of entrepreneurship, it is very competitive, it is very stressful, and it's easy to compare your success to others and to be down on yourself. I know for myself, I'm my own worst critic, so sometimes I have to remind myself to stay positive. The way that I recommend you do this is by taking in positive information every day on a regular schedule. Now, my first tip with this is to start your day with something positive. Now, however you want to consume it. Some people like to read, some people like to listen to audiobooks, and some people like to jump on YouTube and watch videos, or you can always listen to videos on YouTube as well. That's what I prefer to do. Now, for me, if it wasn't for guys like Les Brown, Eric Thomas, Gary Vee, Tony Robbins, and even some of the older greats like Zig Ziglar, people like this that have powerful messages that they are reinforcing in your mind that you can do it. I know it sounds corny to a lot of people to listen to motivational speakers, and they think it's just a bunch of talk and mumbo jumbo, but I assure you, listening to this information daily, day after day after day, is going to do something to your mindset. It's actually going to transform your thinking. Now, when I first started getting into it, I did it because I was starting my business and I had a lot of doubt. I wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing, if it was really going to make money, if I was going to be successful, or if I'm just wasting my time. And maybe you feel like that yourself. But by listening to these motivational messages every day in my headphones, when I woke up, in the shower, I listened to these things, and it reminds me that I can do it. Other people have done it, so why can't I? The thing about this is, you have to almost brainwash yourself into believing that you can do it. Now, once you've done that, don't slack off. I made that mistake once also, by slacking off, feeling like I had all the positivity I needed. But then I started to slump back into thinking, looking at other brands, looking at other people that were in my field, seeing that maybe they were doing a little bit better than I was, but that's not the right way to think. You have to stay in your own lane, focus on what you're doing, do the best you can, because really that's all that matters. Business is not a competition between anybody else. It's just a competition between you and how you feel about yourself. If you feel positive, you're going to be able to keep pushing forward. Every day it's a grind. It's a fight for territory. It's a fight to get customers, to maintain those customers. And you can't do it if you have doubts creeping in the back of your mind. So I encourage you, if you're listening to this, check out some of the people that I mentioned, but you can also check out a book that I have developed. It's called The Mindset of a Gentleman, and you can get that in the link below. I take 10 success principles that have worked for me, that were able to motivate and inspire me and keep me going when the tough times hit, and I think it could also help you. But above everything else that I've just said, make sure that you're either reading some powerful messages of inspiration and hope, something positive, or that you're listening to something. And you can also download an audio book as well. I use audible.com. It's been a best friend of mine. I download books on there all the time. I listen to books on motivation, also fiction books as well, but that's another story. But currently I'm reading The Power of Broke by Damon John. That's his older book. I know he has a new book out as well, but books like these, things like that, can reinforce in your mind that it doesn't have to cost a lot of money to get your brand up off the ground, and get it rolling, and get some cash coming in. Once you do that, then you can develop your brand and do some different things, add on the bells, the whistles, and really start getting out there with your advertising and things like that. But when you're beginning, start with your mindset, get some income rolling in. And if you're interested in how you can do this and take this to another level, I work with people one-on-one. If you're interested in that, there's information down below for that as well. But if you'd like to just digest this information and listen to the podcast, hear other people's stories, how they've been successful, do that as well. You can also link that below. It's on iTunes, The Life of a Gentleman. Thank you for your time and listening. Hope that this was helpful. Hope that you can stay positive, and hope that you have a great day. Until next time.